What's up YouTube, this is Pallet bringing you some Dark Souls 2 PvP. Today I'm running a Faith build and using the Lightning Barbed Club. The Barbed Club is an interesting weapon as it actually gains damage and bleed when infused. It has an excellent moveset, swings fairly fast and can outdamage even some of the biggest weapons, especially at this point in the game. Let's take it for a test run, huh? Now before a duel, I like to buff my weapon with Sunlight Blade for that extra lightning damage. And I also cast Secret Oath on myself. This build doesn't leave much room for anything else. You're gonna have to be happy with buffs. Now, I like to do a bow before my duel, so the opponent knows I'm not about any of that bullshit. Now this guy's gonna come in with his shield raised pretty much the whole time, and I decide I want to go for a guard break. But first, I want to get a couple of hits off on him to burn his stamina in case I miss. I am however successful, and despite screwing up the animation, he does go down fast, like women when they see me. Now I must have been intimidated, as I'm playing like trash against 10 solo here. He starts off with a firestorm, but it really poses no threat at all, and I charge in. The Barbed Club's R2 can leave you open if you miss, but has an animation that is not easy to read. Unfortunately, I mess it up, and Han gets a good combo in. We dance around a little, exchange hits here and there, but I'm just not getting anywhere. So, I try to guard break, but I mess it up. I just can't seem to get a decent hit on this guy. Meanwhile, his High Knight Sword is giving me a little bit of trouble every time I leave myself open. And it looks like I may even be on the losing end of this match. Lucky for me, he decides to go with the bow, and I can go in with my roll attack. The roll attack on this weapon is excellent, and the range is a little deceiving. Now, when I see a twin blade, I'm generally not too worried. Twin blades are only good if you can get the combo off, and let's be honest, how often does that happen? This guy looks like he's got no armor, so it'll only take a couple of hits for him to go down. As you can see. When it comes to big weapons, I need to be careful. I don't have much poison, I don't want to be trapped in a combo. Poke around a little bit and dodge this guy's attack, and then I go in hard. Generally, a well-timed roll attack is all you need. Now I go through my regular buff routine, before noticing that my opponent is already getting the shaft from somebody else. I decide the best bet is to rush in and mess up this red phantom so I can have a fair fight. And do a nice roll attack. A barb stick to the rear sends him home. And my opponent is also sporting a Mastodon Greatsword, so I have to be careful, wait for openings. My hits are faster than his, so whenever I see him attack, I attack him back. Unfortunately, I roll into a corner here, and if he had a full bar of stamina, I probably would have eaten the full combo. I poke around a little bit, wait for his swing, and then I go in like I did last time. Now this guy is not keen on letting me buff, so he throws Dark Fog in my face right off the bat. I decide I'm just gonna eat it and chase him down, continuously pressing. It looks like his build revolves around the idea of poisoning and running away. Not really much of a problem, just gives me a time limit. When I see he drops that fog and can't see me, I get that hit at the end of his roll. Nice build. Now, my buddy Annex lets me buff, and I do my bow, as per usual. However, I notice that he does the decapitate emote on me. In hindsight, I probably should have done a guard break on him. He holds his shield up a hell of a lot, but instead, I just attack him when he attacks me. He doesn't seem to learn his lesson. My damage is better than his. Not my head on the ground. Now this is a bit of a battle of the elements, and I'm gonna rush in a little too aggressively at the start. I really achieved nothing. I swing at the air, I just can't seem to hit this guy, and he actually gets some decent hits off on me. Now I eventually manage to get a hit off on him, and he starts playing a little bit more defensively. As soon as I stop chasing, he runs off and swallows a warm mouthful. The red rush shield just does not do good with elemental damage at all. And I'm just marking up. I decide it's time to play very carefully. I've got one hit. I back up, wait for my opportunity, and take the victory. Let me just. Now I begin this fight with my normal buff routine. I don't really have any dramas doing so, but as I run up these stairs, I'm gonna get a poison trident in the face. I really hope this is not one of those poison and run builds again, but it looks like it might be. So I chase this guy down and see if I can finish him off before this just drags on. And he drops an Estus. Unfortunately, I can't punish him enough. He keeps poking, dealing barely any damage, but I am on a time limit at this point. My poison wears off, and he's running off again. Lucky for me, he's running himself into a corner, and I just keep swinging as much as my stamina bar will allow. He ain't going anywhere, and he ain't getting a bow either. Chavo here looks like he's geared toward fire and physical defense, and I'm really not too worried. As I approach, I see a great shield, and as I get even closer, I notice that shield is staying up, and I decide to swing a bit before going for a guard break. Unfortunately, I miss and I get punished by him. So the new approach is wait for an opening and finish the job. See you, Chavo. When against a halberd, I always throw a couple of decoy hits to bait a big attack. Then I utilize the opening and I don't back down. Works a treat. Now I actually think this guy is going to hit me mid-buff, so I duck behind this pole, continue. He pushes in a little too far and aggroes the enemy, so I decide to rush him down before the enemy can. When I realize this isn't possible, I back off and let him finish the job, so we can have a fair fight. Now we can start the right way. I rebuff just in case, and I go for a bow. The second I do, he casts in my face. When it comes to casters, I just like to play aggressively, and actually I get a lot of hits as a result. In this case, he switches to a sword, and I kind of back off, waiting for him to switch back to the casts. It's easier to deal with, but I just mucked up my roll attack. I chase him down as best I can. I'm not doing well. Then he tries to swallow some liquid, but it ends up all over his face. I'm actually sick of these poison guys dropping the fog on me mid-buff, so I press hard. Easy. The same guy actually re-summons me, this time catching me off guard at the start as I walk out. It's my fault, really. This thing is running in a straight line. I decided to roll attack. Twice. Easy. This guy's gonna come at me with a massive fire club. How'd that go for you? Generally when an opponent is dual wielding, it's an easy victory with this build. I go for the wide swing here, and then immediately follow with the deceiving second one. I nearly go off the edge, but I roll away and just swing like crazy. Not too bad. Unfortunately, I'm late to the party again, and this gives me approximately 8 seconds to punish the invader that ruined my match. Now, I've fast forwarded this guy because he is seriously wasting my time. He's rolling around, knocks back Estes flask whenever he can. I just don't understand how I'm not hitting him half the time too. How is he dodging these? I got nothing against people using Estes if they want. I personally won't, but this is ridiculous. And every time I just fail to punish him. I finally have a chance to win here, and look at my stamina. That's bad. The worst part of it all is he gets me with that backstab. And range. Another Estes. And the finale. This is the sad part. He gets me. Down on his knees. Fitting considering how much he just swallowed. Now, the Joker re-summons me. He even tries to hit me with his spells mid-buff. I'm actually pretty annoyed by this point. I'm doing stupid stuff, eating all his spells. This looks like he's doing much of the same. I just can't get a hit off on him. Some of these times it's looked like I've hit him, but the delay says otherwise. Unfortunately, that's a part of Dark Souls at the moment. And I think I've got him here, but nope. He's just dancing around, and I see he's gonna go and take a gulp. I'm gonna finish him off. Anyone want to bet what's gonna happen here? I swing away hoping to get lucky. Brings back memories. At least he goes down too. So that was the Barb Club with my Faith build. Most of the time, provided you're playing well, yeah, pretty easy wins. Obviously I wasn't all the time, but what can you do? Anyway, this has been Pallid. See you guys next time.